Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's going to be on astrofest. So I contemplated doing a reading on this, but I've had an overwhelming amount of messages with people asking me to do this, and I agree. I think if I can help, I should. And that is my intention here, is to see if we can get justice for the victims, the survivors, and just everyone in general. And I think that if I can maybe see what's going to happen, maybe we can help a little bit, we'll see. But I want to say that I've watched countless videos, and I think we've all seen the footage from survivors and the recollection of events, and it's very heavy. So I'm going to do my best here. Like I said before, I'm trying to be respectful and I'm trying to help. The intention here is to help. I want to see if we can maybe figure out what's going on. So what I'm going to focus on with ASTROWORLD here is mostly Travis Scott, because, I kind of want to see what his involvement was, or if it was or wasn't or whatever, and kind of what's going to happen in terms of his career and stuff. I think we're going to focus more on that. Because if there is some sort of accountability that needs to be had, hopefully it'll show up in the cards. So I also want to address a few things. So I know there's a conspiracy theory that's going around about it being a sacrifice and stuff like that. I will do a reading on it, but the one thing that I think is particular is that all the survivors kept using the words demonic. And I have a theory about this, and we will see when I pull the cards, but my theory about people saying that it's demonic, I'm not inclined to believe it's a ritual sacrifice or anything like that. I think it's a bit extreme. Humans are a lot more scary than spirituality, to be honest. But it's a whole nother topic of conversation. I believe that what people were feeling that they described was demonic is actually a lack of empathy. Because when I feel people who are either like sociopathic or whatever the word is, where they don't have empathy, right? When I feel like somebody has no feelings or empathy or nothing, it's a bone-chilling, terrifying feeling in the pit of my stomach, and it's a feeling of emptiness. And I think people were feeling that, the lack of human empathy and the lack of compassion for others, and they were equating that with demonic, when I think they just didn't know the word for that, which is a lack of feeling. That's my theory. So, yeah. It's something that I feel like I should probably make videos on to educate people. So if you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments down below, because I just think there's a lot of stuff that I experienced that I sometimes kind of simplify because I don't want to overwhelm the audience. It's kind of my goal here, is to maybe simplify spirituality, make it fun so that people can kind of understand it more. But if you guys want more in-depth videos about stuff like that, I'm willing to do it. So remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment only, and I'm only trying to help here. So let's get started. So this doesn't surprise me. So yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands, which is the return of something old. The Page of Wands, which is saying one thing and doing another, and the Knight of Wands, which is walking on eggshells. So again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. In my opinion, I do believe that they knew that something was wrong with the entire festival. So we saw people stampeding early. Like I said before, they knew they were over capacity. There is no doubt in my mind that they didn't know they were over capacity. They also knew that they were overselling. Absolutely. That is clear to me right off the bat. The Ace of Wands is old behavior returning, and because the Page of Wands is things we say or do. So that is Travis Scott. That is him inciting or encouraging poor behavior, and it biting him in the ass. The Knight of Wands says that people have been walking on eggshells around him for a while with his rebellious personality. He has been told specifically to stop it. I do believe he was talked to beforehand as well. Before this specific event, I believe he was spoken to and warned. And I believe that he did not care. Because he shows as rebellious here, it looks more of like fuck the system to me than malicious. But his sort of negligence and childish behavior 100% is a part of this. Now, that being said, like I said before, the venue is just as equal to blame, and all the things encouraged in this, right? We have like the security that are to blame. There's a lot of stuff to blame here. But he was 100% aware, and willfully ignorant is probably the way I would word that. Okay, so let's keep going. Well, there's a woman in charge here who's an absolute disaster. So she's a potential fire sign. It's not Kylie because this person's in charge. But either way, she doesn't have to be a fire sign. She's just a very aggressive, dominant, bold person. And the Eight of Wands is about rapid change, and the Tower is a dramatic, catastrophic event, which means this person is attached to drama consistently. This person is attached to chaos. This person creates chaos. This person is used to creating distractions. So the PR scheme that they are thinking up right now is, how do I distract everyone from this? So this makes me feel like it's someone who has some sort of control. Makes me think of like manager or PR team or something. So there's definitely like, how do we distract everyone from this? So that's like the main goal. The problem here is that this person's like, think of it like the Tower is like your house is on fire, which means there are multiple fires around this individual, and they are not going to be able to pull them all out. We're looking at the Eight of Wands, which makes me think of 8 different fires. And it's about things picking up pace pretty quickly for them. So that means once one person jumps ship, everyone will jump ship and throw this person under the bus. I don't know who this is, but they are around Travis 100%. It's also interesting because it looks like, I mean, this person's going to get scapegoated, but they're also rightfully so. The Eight of Wands makes me think of like 8 different lawsuits or 8 different issues. 8 is a significant number here. So yeah, so that's another thing that's going on here. So it looks like they're going to use, okay. So 7 of Wands is an underdog, right? And the 4 of Swords is like a rejection or healing of wounds. So that's like the feeling sorry, and it's reversed. So obviously we see here there's a lack of empathy coming from Travis Scott with all the allegations that were coming forward, and his sort of half-assed apology, and the him performing on stage when people were literally, you know, I'm not going to go into it. You guys know what's going on. The 4 of Swords makes me think like we can't use him for sympathy because it's not there. The 7 of Wands, an underdog, and someone we least expect. And the 2 of Cups is a relationship or a bond between 2 people. So the burden is going to be on Kylie to sort of be empathetic and get things back on the track. It also looks like it's a consistent problem for Kylie. This is not the first mess she's had to clean up. And so for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little bit sad for her because it looks like Kylie takes on the responsibility of cleaning up his mess quite often. And for me, what I'm hearing is not this shit again. That makes me sad for her. It looks like she's going to pick up the pace, something charitable or something that she's going to do with her organization or something, or her team. It looks like she's going to be pulling the brunt of it. It makes me kind of sad for her. Okay, so the lawsuits are here. So, I mean, we've already seen that start to happen. The Justice card says things will rule in people's favor. So the lawsuits, I don't see them being fought too hard. The 9 of Pentacles is about people getting the money to deserve, clearly here. And the 7 of Pentacles is reversed as well, which is about, like, being generous. So I do think it's probably Kylie's team that's going to be spearheading a lot of that. It does look like there's money that are going to be going to victims, perhaps survivors as well. I'm not sure. And it also looks like most of the lawsuits will kind of be a little bit quieter at first. If they get louder, then somebody's doing that on purpose. But for right now, it looks like it's mostly just like, yeah, we kind of know what's going on. Let's just make sure this is fair and that the law is abided by. So for me, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in settlement just because 9 of Pentacles sometimes indicates that. But yeah, people are going to be paid for this 100%, and justice will be delivered. Justice card is upright. It also looks like, I'm trying to see, is that an arrest? It's hard to read the difference between an arrest and a lawsuit because justice card obviously is the justice system. And so when there are a lawsuit and potential, alleged arrests that could happen, it's hard to distinguish between the two of them. I think the problem here is that it looks like, so again, because we have the Eight of Wands, it looks like there might be some arrests around him through his team, but not for this specific event alone. Like, does that make sense to you? You know, like when you're a person of interest to the FBI and suddenly they get you for like a tax issue, it looks like him and his team are going to be people of interest to try to get them for some other things. Like there are other issues that they'll have, potential lawsuits or getting, arrested for, or something. Like skeletons are going to fall out of the closet. That's what the High Priestess is reversed for, because it means people are going to start to tattle on him. Think of that like a rat. Like people are going to start to tell his secrets. The King of Wands upright and the Queen of Swords is here, which means he's pissed someone off who's a Queen of Swords. So that's someone who has a mouthpiece, knows exactly what to say and do to get what they need. It's feminine energy. It doesn't mean anything, though. It doesn't have to be a woman. All I'm saying is that the Queen of Swords, look at her. She has a book. So it's like, I know the story to tell. I know who to send information to. I know what blog to give a tea to. So it's definitely a structured thing. And the King of Wands is upright, which makes me think like, you have pissed me off and you are a liability and I don't trust you anymore and you shouldn't have trusted me in the first place. It's someone who you know better than to trust. But he, unfortunately, with all due respect, is not really coherent enough from what I'm getting. Like he's a non-factor in most things from what I'm seeing. I'm going to try and get a little bit more information on him, but I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to get information from someone that has no awareness and no understanding. He's a perpetual child in this reading, and I say that with all due respect. I know a lot of people are fans of him. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest with you with what I see. He's a non-factor in his own well-being. For me, it's giving like I read a script, I play the part, I play the role. I don't see him as an authentic, genuine person. Perhaps that's something that he used to be because the Sun is upright, which is about happiness, but the Four of Cups is detached and desensitized. And the Page of Swords reverse, which means I don't want to fight anymore. I give up. He feels defeated to me. It feels like he gave up. This reminds me a lot of times when people go through trauma and then they just shut down. I'm not sure if there's substance abuse or anything like that. I don't know. But all I can tell you is that he reads as a zombie to me. And there's deeper issues going on. That's just how I read. That's just how it reads. Like there's something going on with him here. Like something's not right. He's going through the motions. There's also this fucking petty, rebellious. He realized very quickly that the more petty he is with the Five of Swords and the more he sticks it to people, the more money he'll make. The Ten of Pentacles, long-term success. And the Three of Pentacles is a job. So it feels like he realized the more rebellious he is, the more money he makes. And then it also feels like he wanted to fuck over someone who tried to take control of him in the industry. But he did it in a way that was so childish and stupid that all he did was hurt his own fans. So I just don't get his behavior pattern. It's just like, there's no like logical thought to it. There's no intellect to it. There's no strategy. He just like is lashing out. So there's just someone on the industry that tried to take advantage of him. I'm going to be honest with you that he just like said, fuck it. He's competitive with this person. He feels like this person's better than him, and he doesn't want to admit that. So he's trying to be bigger and better than them and make his own things. I think this is why he wants ASTROWORLD and stuff like that to be all about him, because he wants to be a bigger name than this person. He wants to be bigger and better than them, so to stick it to them. But in doing that, it's caused problems with his fans because he hasn't done what he needed to. He's competitive with this person. It's a chase. It's like a race, actually, not a chase. It's a race to the finish line with this person, and I don't understand why. It's a career-driven thing, though. Yeah, the Temperance card is upright. So I think people gossip about this. Because, yeah, Magician is communication and the Ace of Pentacles is money reverse. Yeah, it's someone that maybe helped him get a start in the beginning or someone that did something for, I don't know, there's some sort of weird shit like that. But all I know is blogs have talked about this because Temperance in this particular in this deck always means for me like gossip or talking, and the magician is literally communication. So for me, 100%, it has to be someone that people have speculated about. I don't particularly follow Travis Scott, so I'm not really sure who that could be. So if you know, put it in the comments down below. But yeah, that's what it reads as to me. All right, so there's the Devil card. The Four of Wands is reversed and the Empress is upright. So I, again, do not believe the ritual theory. Again, if someone was going to do something like that, I think they do it in an easier way. No, it's reversed. So I don't personally believe that. I also don't believe in the Illuminati, for those of you guys who are wondering. I haven't done a reading on it, so maybe if you want me to do a reading on the Illuminati, let me know down in the comments below. But I don't believe in it just because I feel like the Illuminati would mean that a bunch of rich people got together and all agreed on something. And if there's one thing I've learned about our country and our world, is that rich people don't agree on anything, and all they do is fight each other and throw money to fight their problems. So I just have a hard time believing a bunch of rich people sit together in a room and all decide on how the world is going to run. That does not make any sense to me. I mean, if the government can't even organize the DMV correctly, what makes you think a bunch of billionaires are going to be able to sit together and agree? So it logically doesn't make any sense to me, and that's kind of where I struggle with it. Also, again, if you were going to make rituals and stuff like that, you would just do it in the privacy of your own home. It just doesn't really make sense to me. And like I said before, the thing that's scarier than anything is human nature. Humans are terrifying. And sometimes they do things for no reason other than they're bored. Now, if you'd like to give me a reasoning like, oh yeah, rich people are bored and they do stuff to troll people, I would totally believe that. Or to fuck with people because they're bored and have money, I would believe that. That being said, Devil card is reversed and the Four of Wands reversed. So the actual place that this is held has structural issues as well. I don't know if it's just the capacity issue. There is something wrong with something physically at this place. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the stage, the barriers. I don't know if it's, because it's definitely the capacity as an issue, 100%, but there's something structurally wrong with this place. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if we know this yet, but all I can tell you is there's something structurally wrong. To me, it looks like this. Okay, so you know what I'm thinking of? I don't know if you guys seen that TikTok that went like, I don't know if it went viral, but I saw it on my feed about the guy who's like a billionaire and he gave like $200 million to that school to build a housing unit, but only if he was allowed to construct it. And he has zero experience with constructing a building. So it's like almost like a jail and a prison, and it's horrible. It's giving me that. Someone who's like has no business designing certain things or structuring things, doing it. So again, this reads as cutting corners. The Empress is upright as well. So the Empress is usually a good sign for empathy. So it looks like there are going to be other people picking up the slack. I think that there are going to be workers, or maybe perhaps the city of Houston or something. There's definitely other people that are going to come in here and kind of, there's a rallying of support. It reads as more crowdfunding to me, or crowdsourcing. So like maybe perhaps some sort of like city council, or maybe like you know how like they're like Facebook groups of people who are like, we take care of our city and we protect our city. It's giving that. Like I think there's going to be some sort of ceremonies of, obviously, but there's like some sort of like fundraising or something. There's definitely something that's going to happen, that's going to build the community up. My problem here is that I would advise people to be careful with how you integrate Travis Scott into those. If I were doing a reading on a client and they came to me, I'd be like, yeah, stay away from him and don't involve him in this, because I don't think he's going to help you. He needs to figure his life out, because he's not in the right minds. Like, this dude is a zombie to me. So be careful of the lip surface from him and his team. I also would suggest you do, anybody that does anything or is trying to do anything, if anybody watched this, do it without his team. Do not involve them, in my opinion, just because I don't really feel like it's going to benefit in the way you think it will. If anything, allow them to maybe donate or something. But I would say be careful of making a spectacle of it with him, because it just, I'm telling you, there's something going on with him, and it's only a matter of time till the other shoe falls or whatever it is. So yeah, just be careful. That's what I would say. There's something really weird going on with him. He's not present. It's really frustrating for me. He's not present in his own reading, which means he's not there. It's like, I see a person waving their hand in front of a face and the person not even reacting, like a zombie. That's just what I'm seeing. He's barely in this reading. I thought I would get a lot more, but it's just not there. Like, I'm telling you, he doesn't comprehend. he does not comprehend what happened. There's no way. You're never going to convince me that he comprehended fully what's going on. He cannot understand. He's like, there's something's going on here. The Knight of Pentacles is upright. The King of Pentacles is reversed. And the Emperor is upright. Ooh. He pissed off a very, very powerful person. Like, I'm talking like record executive, label executive. Damn. Whoever this person is like at the top of the top. It's masculine as fuck and it's super in charge. You are screwed. Holy shit. Yeah, you're screwed. This is the type of energy that would get someone like kicked off their label or something if they could, or like sabotage a business move or something. Whoever this person is like, kiss your shit goodbye. This person is out for blood with him. They've had it. The Five of Wands says they want to fight. And the Lover's card is reversed, which means they already did not like him. And the Queen of Cups is reversed as well, which means other people have saved him before. His connections to other people have saved him. This person is like, they've had it. Had it. Whoever this is in charge is like, no. Damn. This is, I'm telling you, this is like, it's giving like executive, someone who's really high at the top. This person, if this person had their way, he would have been blacklisted. He would have been kicked off labels. He would have already. Like, if this person has their way, that's happening. Now, I don't know if they will, because it doesn't look like everyone's on board. But I'm telling you that this person is going to cause problems for him consistently because he's over it. It's some sort of big wig or whatever they're called, like at the top. I'm telling you, this person is like, fuck you. Literally, personally, fuck you. Like, this is the type of person that doesn't get involved. And because of the situation, they're the type of person that, like, they don't get involved. Other people do everything for you. But it would be, this situation pissed them off so bad that they would personally call them up. And like, this would be the type of person to personally call him up and be like, come see me. We have to talk. Or even just be like, you fucked up. Like, basically it's like your dad calling you when you've gotten into a fight at school. That's what it's feeling like. Because this Two of Swords and this Judgment card is a rallying of support to separate from him. And the King of Cups tells me this person is so well liked and well respected and is so well connected that they get whatever the fuck they want. They run the show. So this is not Ten of Swords. Yeah, backstabbing, betrayal. Yeah. Knight of Swords is not good. The Knight of Swords. Damn. Yeah, I would be a little bit stressed out seeing that. Yeah, especially with the Knight of Swords, which is like, this person is like, I don't know if I would necessarily clarify this person as a good person, but they have a great reputation and they've helped a lot of people. Everyone owes them favors. So good luck. This is not someone you win against. You actually don't even fight against this person. You just succeed, give in. Victim of circumstance. Yeah, so he's in trouble. He's in trouble. This is someone at the top of the top, though. Now, I don't know if it's a part of his label, if it's a part of another label, because it might be someone who's a part of another label. And that's why there's a bit of like a wall for them to get to, because they have to get through a wall. They can't just like immediately be like, you're dead, you're gone. You know what I mean? Like, they can't do that. But there's a wall that they can get through. So whoever this is might not be directly powerful have direct power over him, but they have enough power to where when this person speaks, people listen. So... And also, like I said before, if this person wanted to, they could call up every celebrity friend or every celebrity they work with and have them publicly demean Travis. If they wanted to. They could have everyone shit all over him and call in every favor they ever have. So, yeah, Travis is going to be getting what he deserves here in terms of accountability. We just might not see it in the public eye, so just know that. That's kind of the best I can do here. Like I said before, I try to focus on Travis Scott in his career. I mean, I guess I'll pull one more of these. This is the Dark Mirror Oracle deck. I'll pull one of these. Perchance to dream. Fighting for something that's not worth it. Addicted. I mean, it speaks for itself. I'm not even going to go into it. Naked before the stars. That's about being exposed. It's also my celebrity card. And fragmentation. Yeah. I mean, like I said before, if there was substance issues, it wouldn't shock me with the cards that I see, especially fragmentation, which is a piece of you. And it's another sign of someone who's like it reminds me of someone like, okay, it reminds me of like when someone's zanned out and they're just a zombie and have no feelings or emotions. It's giving that. And that's exactly what this is reiterating. So I don't know if he is. It doesn't mean that he's necessarily taking drugs or anything like that. All legend from chambers only. All I'm saying is that his emotions are missing. So I don't know if it was trauma that caused it or what caused it. All I can tell you is that he's an empty vessel right now. And there's no one home. So hopefully he can get the help that he needs to sort of work through that and come out a better person. That way he can influence his fans in a good way. But yeah, that's kind of what I see. I hope you guys like that. And until next time, bye guys.